And we are streaming. Hello and welcome to Tales of Confusion for the 23rd of July 2021. How are we all doing? We have 4 people currently queued up if I add myself to the list. So, we're about to go into the game. This is going to be Prospero, Rise, Urza, and myself. So, good. Nope, for some reason Rise didn't copy in. Random seats. Alright. So, hello, good luck to you all, and I will see you once this game is done. Hello, and goodbye, Rise. Alright. Yeah, apologies for the slightly delayed start to things. Obviously busy with a few bits and pieces. So, hopefully, yep. Yep, indeed, negative. Absolutely negative. Alright. So let's see if we can put a dent into the mountain that is Chiral and Demo's lead. So a win or a good second here is the target, and we have 2 Dora to begin. And what is a reasonably nice start? Start on the north. Alright, early Dragon Call from Urza, and we have some help towards a possible Itsu. So Dealer Dragon, West Call as well, so 2 Yakuhai onlys on the board. I'd say Drawing a Force so would be quite useful here, just because obviously that gives us Dora free. Also, it's the more dangerous side of things if we end up waiting on it. Alright, free pin it is. So, if we did roll the 3, we have a really good Itsu run, actually. Downside is we may have to discard 2 Sodora to do it, but... Alright, we're going to go for the possible Itsu. I probably should have risked the 5 over it, but...
Long.
Shouldn't double Dora. Now, we had Itzy-Dora out of that. Probably could have folded it, but hey. Interesting starts. No positions lost. I still have my 2 dealer turns. Let's see how we go with this one. Yeah, that was too aggressive, ultimately. West to start then. We are South Seat. So 2, 4, 6 shape up there as well. So it's kind of similar to the last hand in a few ways. Just going to depend on other things as to whether we do go for a Honitsu again. Most likely I'm probably not, in all honesty, but... Now we'll pull up the 4-pin discard. Another dragon. It's interesting. I don't know if we want to do this, but it's interesting. Well, we could potentially even cut the 9 and just go for a Tanyo here. Still missing 5-man, which is obviously Vidora. Ishanten. No, not quite. Oh, Dora. Perfect. Question is, what do we want to actually do in this position? I think we cut the 9 here. It's a little suboptimal for 8 and that, but we can slowly get rid of the 8s if we need to. Yeah, I should have kept the 9 and just started tossing both 8s. That's what I should have done. Leaned into the Itsu a little bit more. Oh, we could take it back, but we don't have Itsu currently, and we're probably not going to get to that point anyway. So, 4 of 8. Two 3/4 Sanshiki would be an interesting way for this hand to end up. Because technically we can make the 7 pass, which isn't a good tile to try and risk against Urza at the moment. How much do I like this? So, take that, play 7. Yeah, we're still miles away from it, even if that comes off, so no, we're not doing that. Being said... yeah, we're going to safety out of this one. It's a little annoying, but you got to do what you got to do in this position. Hope somebody else is trying a thing. Rise is on an impossible hand and actually is reasonably close to getting there now. Question, I suppose, is he about to run out of tiles? Maybe not. He's going to need a Haite. There may not have seemed a lot of point to that, but it maximized the chance of adding an extra draw to Rise.
No ten.
Yeah, there are ways to fight that impossible thing when it seems like it might not be impossible. It was, of course, but hey. Interesting. I think we play Forso here because we have a number of terminal pairs. I'll call that a success. If my call to nothing actually denied him, I would love it. Absolutely love it. Triplet the 6s. So the question is now, do we switch to Toy Toy? I mean, there was an outside chance it would give him an extra draw. It had to be done, surely. So what it would have taken was, say, me being able to call from his next discard, and, you know, he forced another draw to make it even less likely. So 8 and 9s have both been discarded. Urza's on a hand at the moment, but we can play safety to that for the time being. So it looks like Chito is pretty much out at this stage. The question is whether I want to switch into something else. This would be an aggressive switch, though. So we technically have Tenpai. I can Rin Shan a 6, but that's it. Yeah, he has better weights than I do. Yeah, this is unfortunate. Can I even play the 5 against that? I don't think I can. I could, though. Darn. So now I've got to pair something else up because the 1 has to be our pair. Does he have 7s? Yes, but the other 7s. Yeah, there's the Mungan that puts Riichi into the lead. We're on 16k, entering our dealer turn. Alright, let's see if we can make this a reasonable one. We have dragons, we have a set. This isn't the worst starting hand, so let's just see what we can do with it. We can at least start initial calling. If we draw a second Yakuhai, this would be ideal for us. But even if we don't, options. Question now is, are we going to be able to draw an 8 or a 9 and snake this up? Drawing a 9 for Sanshiku would have been awesome. Okay, take the Ishanten. That's a half step. So that oddly re-helps us back to Sanshiku. I'm just going to take the Dama here because I think there's a chance of an upgrade. I'll take the win if it happens, but I'm looking at the upgrade path here a little bit since we're low on points. We also potentially can calm the Reds, which I wouldn't be able to if I reached, so we'll just take our cheap win here if it comes to it. Cheap win it is. Yeah, 2,000 points earned, I suppose, from that. Let's see what we can do this time, though. This is looking like a far more conventional Pinfu, so... As I say, that was the call. That wasn't the full point of the call. The point was, if there was an outside chance I could call whatever Rise discarded from that next thing, you would have to discard an additional tile to hit the impossible hand. So it made sense to at least give myself that outside possibility with what I had. I actually don't know what I could have called that maybe wouldn't already have it, but you know. It's an impossible hand for a reason. So if we can get an early 3-man, this just gives us a quick Tanyo attack. What's salty for doing? Oh well, whatever. Yes, how dare I do the move that actually doing it for the reason that I'm doing it. Should have tried winning with Tanya, clearly. One call from something here. So I potentially have open Tanya Sanshku. Also, I have just realised my laptop is about to die, so I'm going to have to do something in a moment or two. It's a little depressing, because that's what I need. Still. Right, well now I have also win on, I'm just going to go and quickly plug my guys. Bad mid-game. Did not set the auto discards up, so huzzah. So 4-7 Sozu then.
Longness.
1,000 points. Plus a repeat. We've gone through our tournament strats and just always go for the quickest one-hand hand possible. But that's 2. Up to 3rd. Top in for the moment. So unless we draw our second green very rapidly, I think this is just going to be a, I suppose Tanyo attack. Might even be just go for whatever hand it's coming for at the moment and reach it. But seems okay. We could, if we get a 6-pin, we can push this, I think. Especially since we drew that. So we're actually Yishanten here. 6-pin for Tenpai. Waiting on the Forso. I've been in worse weights. And if I draw 1, 4, 6, 9, then we can just reach for it that way round as well.
Riichi desu.
Turn 6 reach. Okay, this one might actually have a little bit of value. Reach Tanyo. A whole 2 Han. CMO would make it free, of course. Now is the momentum going to shift here? We'll find out. So 9 more draws. Yeah, no, once I could come out. So has it been recently cheap on the board? Clear Rise doesn't need them. Actually, he's the only one playing Sozutars right now, other than the 9s, which I guess would be terminal considerations. But there we go. We'll take some points off Urza. So, Reach Dummy. Another 2,000 point hand. Death of 1,000 stings! I've won 3 very cheap hands. But hey, I'm having fun. Let's get another one. So, okay. This one is the most awkward of them thus far, but hey. Definitely possibilities, though, if we get lucky with some middle tiles here. That'll count as a middle tile. Let's play that 5-so. Again, though, this is going to be a cheap hand. Reach Pinfu at best, I think. No, Urza's has had enough. I can't blame him, but Urza's has had enough. Let's throw a dragon now. It's unlikely we're going to be using it, and this means we now have the option of going Tanya. Just cut both 9s. Also, possible Sanchiku as well. And I think, yeah, we're gonna call that way around for the Sanchiku here. Because we want Tanyo, we want Sanchiku if possible. But either way, we're just going to keep the calling pressure up here and just keep going for cheap nothing hands. Until something sticks. Until something sticks, alright. Oh, I can't take that. 2-so, 1 played. So I need to pair up something here, preferably the 4-pin. Or just get that 8-pin. 8-so will do, I guess. Yeah, 8-so will do. Need another one, really, but... nothing going on the Hatsu. Well, the 7s are out. That means 8's going to be loose. I mean, it might be a north push to just stop the repeat chain, but... that means I can probably, if the 5-pin gets played, I do have the ability to do that. I lose the Sanchiku here, but... Alright, risk it for a biscuit. Who's got the red? Prospero. Well, we have Senpai on the 5-pin. Death of 1,000 stings! That's actual value in there. We had 2 Han. 2 Han. So much value. I've won 4 cheap hands in a row. Let's go for 5. Sooner or later, I've got to have a hand that was got some value behind it. Sooner or later, it's got to happen. I'm not upset with what's happened thus far. This has all been optimal. Play who wins. Also, hi Larry. Paracels doesn't help me out, so I've got to use that for Pinfu. Yeah, we'll just see how this goes. This is the hardest hand thus far for us to do anything in terms of value. Or actual hand speed at that point. Frisa's useful. Haren-chan! I wish. It's not a thing, but I wish. Well, possible Itsu is also on the cards here, I suppose. That would get me there. The thing on that is how quickly we can draw a 4, so... wrong 4. Good news is 2 absolutely safe tiles against Urza. Yeah, okay, so double Yakuhai is what we're up against, unfortunately, and then I drew a second. Yeah, I think we're a bit behind to do anything about this one. Not impossible, but I just don't think it's very likely. Yeah, so we're not going to call that. I'm actually tempted to toss the Souths here. But we'll go 9-7. We'll cut this 9-7 to start with. 7 could be a dodgy tile against him in truth, but... I mean, if we keep drawing things. Alright. So that trades that over. The question now is, can we draw a 5-man before anything else happens? And that is something else happening. So if I write something mentioned, 7 pins shouldn't pass. That's the Forso we need. It passing here is quite useful, and it wasn't... Okay, so Urza might play a Forso. If he had that, he's thinking defense. Oh, that's awkward. Sanzo passes. We've hit Tenpai. We've come so far. We got to try this. 4-7 Sozu Tenpai, and somebody's got a pair of Forsos. They might have a triplet, admittingly, or it might have been Crossbow debating a call. But the Forso comes out if he gets into a position where he's worried about that. I mean, this would be extremely good if this worked. We just keep going. This train of low-powered wins. I've won 5 in a row. I haven't even broken 30k yet. That is the ridiculousness of what situation we are currently in. Oh boy, yeah, I think that was a mistake, all things considered, but I'm getting more points now from Honba than I am from actual points at this stage. All right, play 7. This hand actually is kind of bad, unless we draw an early East to help this out. This is probably where this chain ends. Mind you, I said that about the last one. Basically, if you're the dealer, you basically do a repeat. So you put a 100-point deposit on the table. Basically means that the hands are worth 100 points more per player than they would be. So instead of winning a Mungan for, say, 2,000, 4,000, you'd win for 2,100, 4,100. So basically 300 points per Honba is basically the way this works. There are currently 5 on the board, so that means there's an extra 1,500 points per hand at the moment. Well, we're up to 4 pairs. East is unlikely to come now, so I think Chitoitsu is the best route we got in, as things stand. Chitoitsu or Toy Toy. But up against the Tanyo attack, I think we're going to have to go Chitoitsu and just hope the value is enough. Basically, yeah. So whoever wins here gets an extra that many more points. We can play team then. Alright, Urza's had enough. He's actually got some value at the moment, so... Here's my second pair drop. So, yeah, the Chito plan is kind of come and gone. And it's a shame, but I don't think there's going to be a 6th. Unless something really silly starts happening, because we can't play the red. So we can't play the red and we're having to bail already. We're just too far behind. Well, dreams. Hopes and dreams that are still kind of live now because I'm now Ishanten for it. We could have a 6-pomba. It's not. Alright. How safe is the 8-man if I have to play it? Not amazing. How safe is the 6-0 if I have to play it? Actually, Urza would be fine with that. Oh, god darn it! Come on, game. Alright, I think 6-0 is our safest bet here. Oh, actually, well, okay, correction. 4-pin could still be a thing. Let's play the style we know about. This would be kind of ridiculous if we got this. Just saying. Didn't like it, but now we're in a position where all of our oh, thank you, Rise. About to say all our discards are bad. We're going to pair the 3 now, just to compound things. Tiso's also safe, though. And actually can't be a pair, so I should have... Actually, 3's about the same position. 2-man's just as bad. All gone. But I actually managed to get into Tenpai for this. This is just stupid. I realise what we're up against as well, so I am... Alright, that is acceptable. Because the amount of value that we're showing for Prospero... 1,000... See? Prospero gets it! Prospero gets it and did that. Absolutely. We ended that nowhere. We're now, 5 wins on the bounce in a reasonable position. So, now can we have a hand that's worth more than 1 Han? That is the question. That is the question. The answer to that is maybe. Maybe. Ishanten. Come on, Friso. Friso for the ideal. Friso. Friso. Problem is now that 3-6 weight is terrible, but Friso. Okay, this is fine. I get a Friso now, though. Yeah, I think technically speaking we were at that point, because that would have been, what, the 5th Renshan at that point? So... Ideally, so be it, but you know. This is why you have to take the gamble that you'll occasionally get the ideal draw every now and then. Oh boy. I can't play Hatsu either, so... We're in kind of a position where... Probably just going to have to cut this. No, we're giving Rise his Tanya, though. So, Rise can have his 5 repeats then. We currently have Demo and Lily currently queued up, so if people do want to join, let me know. I've angered some form of Mahjong god at this point. I'm sure of it. Thankfully, I seem to have appeased another one, so... Okay, so that is Demo, Lily, and Larry currently queued up, so one more and I can get a second game started. Because this one's going to go on and on. The way things are currently set up. Alright, reach across from Prospero. That is fine. We can play safety around that. Likely Tanyo, Tanpin, just because of how things are set up. We have to obviously be worried about other things. Yeah, honestly, we don't have a lot that's going to work in this position here. We know where all the sixes are. We know where most of the other things are in that case. Tiso's been safe a couple of turns in a row. You have Honitsu to worry about on the right. Left rather. But okay. This is acceptable. This is acceptable. I'm on the threshold. In the lead, and the game is now actually moving on towards something. Okay, good opener. Good opener. Let's see if this can actually develop into something. Hinfu Sanshikyu is the high end for this, I think. Well, Tanpin Sanshikyu, anyway. At this stage, Tanyo will do. I think there's other options here, so we're going to lean into those a little bit more. So most likely we have our pair established at some point, so... Interesting. Okay, because I think now we're going to go into the 5-6-7 as our Sanshikyu bait, as a Sanshikyu plan here. Unless other things develop. Six is an okay draw. Because we always had the option of playing this 6 and just going for a Tanyo now. But if we actually draw a 7, then I... actually, that's... this is awkward. Yeah, ultimately we're going to have to cut this 6-0 for Tenpai now, so with no Sanshikyu, it's just Tanyo at the moment. Unless I change things significantly. I can play a CG for that. Reach on the 4-7. Riichi. That's unfair. That is slightly unfair, especially as we hit Ura with that. Oh. I mean, I was always going to pursuit reach that with the Sea-Sided Weight, but you know. Yep, that's fortunate. I'm okay with a North reset if it happens. Right, so back into South 1. And despite having a heavy deal in as our first thing, with a clearly overplayed thing, we are in the lead and have all of the jam flow at the moment. But let's see if that continues. Doesn't seem like it is. So, So 3, 4, 5 possible Sanchiku. Should probably play the white if I'm going to at this point against 2 calls, but I think we can wait for somebody else to risk it. Also tempo with that Dragon Call. Oh, there's a 9. So, Honitsu or Chanter? He's kind of indicating it's more likely to be Chanter, but that could just be incidentally how things have gone. I think I got to risk. I don't want to risk the white against it, but I don't think I got a choice anymore because this hand is starting to develop, and it getting stuck would be a problem. 9 and 9 have been played here, so there's also a slight pause on that. So I'm wondering if he's got things at the lower end. So we are Ishanten here, technically. What do we even want to play against this? I think weirdly that seems like the safest discard. That's what's going on. Also means we can call and go into a Tanyo here. He played 2-4 as his very first discards, and I think he wouldn't do that if he needed a 1 for what he's doing, but that wasn't a safe Toy Toy discard, by the way. You discard what's on the table if it gets the Toy Toy. But a 3 was just played. It's a safe tile to Urza. Option 1 puts Urza in the second. 10,000 is the gap. And we resume south seat with a south in hand this time, though. Also, for the middle of summer and a massive heat wave, it suddenly got very dark, so I'm going to have to turn the lights off in a moment. I'm not going to call that. We probably could decide to cull both of these, but with south being the round wind, it's a little more awkward than it would otherwise be. And I'd kind of like to try and go for it a bit. Yeah, we'll cut the 9-8 though, see if we progress towards that end. Hopefully the south becomes safe by somebody else. And worst comes, we're still developing towards Tanya. Quite rapidly towards Tanyo, actually, as it turns out. Here we go, south played. And it is Rise who gets it. There's a slight question about whether we reveal Medora or not with that, but actually, yeah, we do, because we don't have a guarantee that this 5 is going to be involved in a hand at this stage. Somebody appears to be copying my strats. Be quick, have a cheap hand, win. Well, let's see. What can I do with this one? Not much. We'll hold the red for a turn or two, just see if we can make use of it. I know it was initial discard, but you know. Well, now we're up to 3 pairs, so that's to be considered, I suppose. But these also work for Tanya if we need them to. Okay, getting there. 2 away. Shanten. Tenpai. 4/7 Sozu for Tanyo only. And we of course have the ability to calm the 8s, so we are going to keep the calls up. Alright, who wants Dora free? Just Dora. But hey, it moves the game on. More Dora! Oh! Damn it, Rise. Oh well, no Dora. For God's... You'd have called the third one. Well, he's only draw 4 on the bounce. It probably is Honitsu as well, by the way he's discarded. I mean, he went 6/7, 6/7 twice. Yeah, he probably did at that point. Certainly enough at the high end. Switching to 3/6 actually a good thing or not here? No, it is. It isn't a Yaku, at least on the base rule set. It is in the extended one. No. Or at least when you have the local Yaku one as well. Well, Rise picks up a Mungan. So this could be the last hand here. I only need 1,000 points off of Prospero and I'd take the win here, so... Let's see if we can pull off a 1,000-point special. 8-pin to start. It's a reasonably quick hand. Not if it's open. But... Red and white are both discardable. Double run. And a pair. So if we can connect the correct version of that, we run the wait for the other one. Ipeiko as well. That helps. More 8-pin. Right, Prosper down to 300 points. Let's see what we can do to punish that. Not a lot, I think. Gets an early reach. Playing a tile he was uninterested in 2 turns ago, I think, is all we can do. And if some overplaying happens, which it did. So, unfortunately, our dealer turn's killed, but that's our closest points rival. No, well, actually, no, Bryce's closest points rival. One of our points rivals has been nugged a little bit, so that's okay. South free. I had 5 wins in a bout. I've won so many hands this game, and yet I can't get one more for the life of me at this point. That was a good hand we had there, in all honesty. But, oh well. It's fine. Arise, discarding 2 middle tiles initially. Suggests he's doing something. Or wants to appear like he's doing something. Well, this is an 8-pin we're not going to discard. At least not yet. So 3 pin for the pair. Hope to get the middle tiles and see if we can get a 3-sided weight for the win. Long pause on 8-pin. I might have to play the 8-pin here. Okay, so it technically puts us back half a step, but if somebody could potentially call that, it means they probably got a pair of, well, we know they got a pair of them. So I'd rather force the issue of calling now rather than wait and it becomes critical later, or something they could be waiting on later. Even if that means I now draw a 7, I'm in trouble. Alright, Prospero calls up top 1, 2, 3. It's not the end of the world for us if Prospero takes the win here, but it looks like whatever he's doing is going to be some flavor of Chanter. And I think we can get around it. So we're now at Ishanten.
Riichi.
Straight into the reach. Technically, though, we can dodge this a little bit. Wow. Okay, we can dodge it for Tenpai. So a free weight. The best of weights. Oh, that's really bad. How much do I care about this, is the question. Yeah, I care enough about not dealing into this that I'm going to dodge. I'd have won if we'd have carried on. That's the real annoying bit. But yeah, I think that was correct. Don't know if it was definitely correct, but it feels correct. We had a 2,000 point hand.
No.
And unfortunately, with that, Rise takes the win. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Sanzo is always risky.
Well,
we ended positive because we actually, despite everything, Sorry, I need to check the log here. How many games did I win in total in that? Because that was, yeah, that was a thing. I'm going to start another people doing some games if people want to do that. Demo and Lily have been waiting, Larry as well. I'm just more curious of the number of games I won rather than anything else. So I dealt in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total. Yeah, I mean, I won 6 games, finishing second, but 2,000, 1,800. Oh, 36. Riches. Riches. Okay, well, that is the thing. So currently we have Demo, Lily, and Urza queued up. I will join if I have to, but if somebody else wants in, that is up to them. I am going to quickly turn the light on. Bear with me 2 minutes. Wait for me! We would love to wait for you, but Prospero's currently in, so I think we're waiting on a few more people. Anyway, Demo, Lily, Urza, Prospero, off you go. Good luck. So a couple of second places in a row. That one was at least a positive second place, though. Would have done, but I mean, I didn't have any reason to chase it and only had 2,000 points worth of value. Ugh. Actually, while I'm messing around with this, actually, just the settings here. For whatever reason, this has got very, very loud, despite being basically nothing on that. Yeah, boy. Oh, ranked? No, I don't want to play ranked. Alright, so currently just Mono and myself in terms of the queue right now. So it looks as if we're going to do some hand analysis unless 2 more people wish to join us. Probably not, unless I'd have identified something that's changing. But again, you did, so it affected the things. But equally, I could have dealt into you just as easily. Yeah, it doesn't particularly matter at that point. Join me! Let's bully Shadow. Yeah, let's bully Shadow. Let's do it. Definitely. I mean, I've had a second, a win, a last, a second, and a second in my last 5 matches. I clearly deserve it all. Besides which, I only win with cheap hands at the moment. I can't win anything more beyond 2 Han. Clearly, I am the threat. Let's just have a quick check how things are going in the stream. Okay. Well, I'm going to then just step out, and it's going to be a while yet, isn't it still? Yeah, 3 minutes. So I suppose I might as well just go through the log again and just see if I can confirm a couple of bits. So, which hand was it? It was the draw state. Where's that draw? Exhaustive draw. So this is obviously Rise doing his attempt, his Nageshi attempt here. So we're just going to follow this through and watch the pain unfold because, as I've mentioned before, this hand is impossible. I mean, look at it. Look at what else he could have gone for. Seriously, look at what else he could have done if he'd have chosen. I mean, he'd have had Cheetoy by now. He's been on his last one for quite a while, actually. This is... How long's he been on his last one for? Yeah, cut that. So now he's just hoping to draw them. Yeah, I mean, he got rarely lucky, actually. But then, the moment of genius. The absolute moment of genius. I mean, my thought process was I could call something potentially here, but the only thing I could call would have meant he'd have failed it anyway. So, goodness knows on this. I think saying Soshushi would have been a stretch, but yeah, he could have done, potentially. There were some late terminals coming out of things. And yeah, it was a free-man draw. And of course, Urza didn't win, which is the other surprising part of that, I suppose. Yeah, so many conditions required. What else interesting happened there? Oh, I did win a Mungan at one point, but you know, that doesn't matter. So many repeats, though. Yeah, it's a fair attempt. I mean, as mentioned, though, he didn't really have a hand that looked like it was going to start from it. But, you know, sometimes you get lucky enough to carry it through anyway. Or at least get into the brink of it, I suppose. Right, 24 seconds. To be fair, he pulled that last terminal about 4 or 5 in a row, so... Absolutely. It does not exist. It cannot be done. I mean, the wall is already preset by Mahjong Soul at the moment the wall is open for the initial hand, but sure, you can say that. It doesn't exist, despite all the evidence to the contrary. You know what the worst thing about it, though? Oh, wow, what is Demo's hand? No, sorry, I'm distracted here. I was going to make a point that I was going to talk about, but what is this hand? As dealer. Okay, but anyway, yeah, the hand doesn't exist, but also it's not a thing that's universally in every rule set. So you could get it, and it would be basically, you know, you could get Nageshi and then basically find out it's not a rule. Anyway, this is the easiest Honitsu Soshushi attempt I think I've seen in a long while. So let's see how Demo pulls this one off.
Chi.
I mean, to be honest, why not? Is my kind of thought process on this. Keep them as long as possible. But have that in the back of your mind as a thing you could try. He doesn't need much, honestly. He gets one of the off wins at this point. To be fair, that's slightly less optimal than pairing up the other two, but yeah. If he'd paired up either of the other two, there's a good chance he could pull it off, because the last discard can be a single weight. But yeah, he's got such a good hand, though. I mean, he's got Tenpai on the Tuso, and you've got to take it if it goes for it, but jeez. Yeah, if you get a chance to call Tuso, you do it with this hand, absolutely, but you so want to try it, don't you? Draw a West and just go backwards. That 7-9 had to... Well, let's see. Urza could call that, decides not to. Urza is looking at it's of some sort. I mean, I get he's got calls off because that was instant. I'd have probably wanted the Khan here. Two Norths are gone, so even feeling optimal now, it's a hell weight on the North to pull off the thing. Yeah, Khan. I would have. I mean, to be fair, it was auto. He's got the auto set up on at the moment, but absolutely no. If you get the chance to call the 2, you do it. Absolutely here, but he's got to have the opportunity. Well, now, yep. Best of luck to you at this point. How many Wests are out? There's a West left. There's a North left. He needs one of either of them, one or either, for a monster. Oh, no, it's dead. Or at least that part of it's dead. West is still fine. Wait, I said it was dead. Hang on. Is there one left? No, there's one left. There's one North. No, Norths are out. Yeah. You should Khan here because you need to get rid of North anyway.
Khan.
Yeah.
Pong.
It's unfortunate, but yeah. Just a bit too late. Although, given what he got off of the Rinshan, if he'd have calmed the East, and still gets the win. So, you know, still a monster. But if he'd have calmed the East, he'd have done it. I think. I'm going to go back and review that to confirm, but did he not get the extra West off of the Rinshan? Sorry, log. East 1. Too fast. Darn it! I hate the log sometimes that it goes into auto animation once you get to this point. Ugh. I mean, so is Prospero's, arguably. But hey. Right. Let's do this properly here. Turn 12. Which almost 2 pin was it? Okay, that's fine. That's me not paying attention to things as it went on. Yeah, okay, fair enough then. Anyway, let's move on to his second bit of dealer turn. He doesn't have a Yakuman available. So that's an improvement. Urza has a reasonable 7 pairs start. Lily up top with Dora probably going for a Pinfu of some sort, depending on whether you can get a Yakuhai. Prospero needing some points. Reasonable-ish hand. Not a lot of value behind it, but reasonable-ish. Oh well. Still, I think, given everything though, I'd have rather have taken that 2 initially. Craft, Koshi, free tiles. Yep, absolutely. It's clearly the ideal strat. And by ideal, we mean the worst, but try it anyway. You've already hit a Hanuman this... Sorry, he's hit a Mungan at this point. He hasn't hit Hanuman yet. Well, as continuing on with what is actually a bluff at this point, really. But quick Tanya to become dealer. Potentially Tanya Toy Toy. And the worst thing for Urza is he's still got that red dragon stuck in his hand, which I think probably should have come out a little earlier if this was the plan. And there's another Toy Toy going on, which might actually be a step up. We might have our I should also remove this so you can see things. We might have another Yakuman going on up over on the left here from Prospero. Well, Ishanten beckons. Well, Tenpai achieved 4 red, and both Lily and Lily and Demo have a red that's stuck in their hand now. So this is going to be interesting. Alright, some carnage. Prospero, don't Karn that. That would have been one of the bad situations to Karn in. There is a 1-so left. There is a... Yeah, there's 1-5 left. You might have to call that. Yeah, I think Prospero had to call that 5 there because I mean, Hellweight chances and Yakuman's are one thing, but yeah, that's a call to Tenpai. That would have probably given you a win. Although, admittedly, it wouldn't have been Urza who drew that at that point. Well, Demo is pretty much out of this. As in, you already picked up a Mungan. I don't think Demo necessarily needs more additional hands. Yeah, I think Prospero had to, in all honesty. Okay, well, Lily made a good call there, deciding not to risk the red dragon. She's still Ishanten at that point, but that red dragon's looking more and more dodgy as the game goes on. Well, now it's Fordora. Do you go the red dragon only, or do you take the multi-sided weight?
Riichi
Takes the red dragon only. That is a really good call. What does Prospero do? Does Prospero give up and go for a... I mean, playing the 5-man here is not a safe tile by any means here. Do you just Wow. There's some good decisions going on here. I'm not sure I'd have made that 5 call. I'd probably just fold it out. 8, you know, is safe. There's some really good threat assessment going on. Riichi Ipatsu Haite Sumo. Oh no, it isn't quite Riichi Ipatsu Haite Sumo. But it's an additional threat. Urza's got to think about that now. So let's carry on. One of these days, I will pull off a Riichi Ipatsu Haite Sumo, and it will be magical. Until that day, I live in the hope that I have that much jam. Well, yeah, some very good threat assessment, and Demo ends his dealer turn just under among it up. Anyway, we're going to follow Urza here, who has a reasonable looking start. Sequence triplet pair. Not far up from Tenpai at all. Not a lot of value behind it, but hey, you can take that certainly. I mean, if you're in Tenpai, it depends what your objective is ultimately. If you're in Tenpai already and you've reached, you have to discard it, and if you have the option of switching... Sorry, I just heard something going on outside. I think ultimately it doesn't matter. It only matters if somebody's paying attention to it in a large extreme case, and really, it's information either way. I think arguably it's almost better. There is the temptation of just swapping the one that's in your hand, and I somewhat get that. However, you're revealing that one has come from your hand in its own way, which is information. Whereas if you just discard it, there's a chance that you have nothing associated with it. Equally though, the discarding the one in the hand might mean that you've folded, and there's potential kind of threat assessment coming from there. If they're breaking up their hand, have they folded? Have they decided that, you know, trying to play safe? Are they taking gambles by moving around things? There's information either way, and I'm not sure 100% that one is better than the other in most situations. Prospero has White Dragon Tenpai on the 6-9. And is Urza going to dealing with that? He does, but it's going to be a... Oh, it's Dora. Oh, 9 doing Dora, I didn't realise. Well, White Dragon Dora, Prospero picks up 2,000 points and begins his recovery. So, what you have to do now, Prospero, is win about 4 or 5 of those in a row. With cheap hands. Let's go. Alright, following Lily then for her dealer round, East 3. Who's going to have the Yakuman chance this time? Closest was probably Prospero, but he's already discarded North, so he's not interested in it. Lily's hand, pretty good. Tanyo, well, I was going to say Tanyo, more likely now just Pinfu. But potentially quite rapid. Demo's hand looks pretty decent up top as well. The Tanpin and 2 Dora. Meanwhile, Urza starts calling and is going for the possible Itsu. So we know who we're supporting in this fight. Fortunately, the 5 probably wouldn't come out of Demo's hand as it stands, but... Paraphrase for Lily, so Ishanten. And 8-5 free weight. So obviously not a lot of 8s left, but and only 1 free left. This is actually a fairly bad weight given what's on the table, but I like these sorts of 3-sided weights. And what are you going to do in this position? Not reach? Clearly Riichi is the best play. The real question is, if you get the 8, do you Khan, even though you got a winning position? The answer is yes. Except you can't because, of course, that changes your weight, and therefore that would be a Chomba and all kinds of mannerous Sanchiku Dragon Chanter over on the right. Okay. Interesting hand. I mean, yeah, you got to do it at this point. And I mean, to be fair, 5 could come out of somebody. There could potentially even be ones to draw. It's not the worst rate in the world. Yeah, I do like this sort of weight, though. And that looks like Tenpai from Demo, if the 5 passes, which it, of course, does not. Reach, can you? Ooh, referee. Which I should have realised because that was the only way you were getting to Mahjong with that. So Lily takes the lead. 22k up. We move into East Free first Honba. So, another good fast hand. Demo's hand looks interesting. Immediately Khan's the 1. I mean, that's gotta be too aggressive, surely, from that. Misclicking you meant to pawn, maybe? But that's gotta be too aggressive from that start, surely. Well, we'll see, but... Well, I know Mono approves, but... Meanwhile, Lily's just going to build a decent hand and take the win here by the look of it. First turn Khan is a good idea only if it's concealed in your hand at the start, and you're already at least Shanten. To be fair, closed cards are normally fine at the moment, but And it is a terminal, so yeah. I mean, if you're in last place, absolutely, because you need to. And to be fair, Prosper Demo is down on points, but... Okay. Reach, Tanpin, Dora. Waiting on the 6-0, which... Oh, 3-6-0. A lot of them in people's hands, but still 4 to be drawn. Prosper draws another one here. What's Prosper looking at? That's actually a fairly decent draw for him, in all honesty. Oh. Except, yeah, you could have used that, though. I'll give you 2, 3, 3, 2, 4, 5. You could have broken up part of this. Oh, Dealer Hanneman. And... Oh, wow, Dealer Hanneman for game. I had not even noticed that game had ended. Well, thanks for the Condor, then. As picks up second, Demo third, and Prosper in fourth. Okay. Well, I'm going to jump into a game then, I suppose, because I might as well. Alright, and we'll see who is... When in doubt, just Khan. I guess so. Khaning can never be the wrong move, apparently. Alright, Mono was waiting with me as well, so I'm just going to have to do a roll-off between the other players. Oh, actually, Mono's disappeared again. Mono, do you want to play me or not? There you go. Mono's back. Alright. 1-2 Demo, 3-4 Urza, 5-6 Lily. I roll a 4, so that will be Urza. Odds Demo, evens Lily. I roll a 4, so Lily. Alright, good luck. Alright, no worries, thanks for joining us. We are starting dealer, and we have an interesting-ish starting hand. We're going to play South to start. This, in its own way, is a bit of a terrifying table. So, we've picked up 2 sequences. It's possible we could go for some form of Sanchiku out of this, but we'll see. Triplet of the 4. So that puts us Shanten here. If we draw a 4 or 6, well, 4, 6, 5 pin, we can technically go for it. Just need something around the 5 and we should be fine. Oh, I mean, we could draw something around the low things there. Oh, is there a chance we could upgrade? Maybe I'm supposed to not keep the 2 there. I don't know. Well, we'll stick on with this. Let's hope we're not in the pair weight, because pair weight is now slightly bad. Although, the only way we're in the pair weight is if we draw the 5, I guess. Well, I say that's the only way. Now we're into the pair weight on this one. 1-1. Let's go. Give me those terminals. And see if we can calm the 4. No Ipatsu. So they're playing a 7-pin means he's trying things. To be fair, early reach, so he might just be trying to dodge. And in any case, our hand is bigger than it's supposed to be. A referee, clearly. Yep. Reach a referee. Undeserved dealer Mangam. If you can't be good, be ridiculously lucky. Right. A referee. Yep. If you can't be good, be ridiculously lucky. Alright. Well, to be fair, I reached because I had no Yaku if I didn't. That's why I reached. But yeah, putting a player Among Us down, being Among Us up, absolutely what we want to be right now. Meantime, let's watch his hand magically transform from 7 starting terminals to the Tanpin. I mean, who knows? Maybe this is just my thing of just having endless dealer turns.
Riichi.
Yeah, I think we do want to fight this on here. I mean, there's more of a chance we're going to deal in with it, but, you know. It's unlikely he wants West. The White Dragon might be the problem. And I have no idea how we're getting rid of a 7-man, but... Yep, as following my logic. Pawn, cut 2. I don't have a pair if I do that.
Hello.
Reach 1, 26. Okay, so starting north, we have a pretty disjointed hand, nothing much to speak of. Let's see if we can do anything with it. And maybe draw a few more days. That'll be fine. Yeah, 5-man's okay draw. 2 north played, but we'll hold on to it for a safe tile. Especially if we've got other things we want to get rid of. Alright, Lily with the east. So, falls red out right now. Don't remember if she wants
Riichi
Manze. It could be a Pinsy Honitsu. Well, it's definitely safe against that Reach, unfortunately, but West should be fine. And having a pair of them means we can try and play extend a bit. Triplet of fives.
Pom.
So I guess get rid of 2-1 and just see if we can actually advance the hand out the other way. Maybe end up waiting something connected to the 6. What am I thinking? I'm happy for this battle to go on. I'm actually happy for Urza to pick up some points here a little bit. He is dealer, which not ideal. It just keeps the game going on again. But, you know, if points get taken away from Mono here, I'd be okay.
Pon desu.
This is a little ambitious, but we know that 6 is safe to Mono. And that helps us out a great deal as well, actually. 9 pins safe. It's not impossible we make this. That's the thing. By a long shot, it's not impossible we make this. 2 pin should be safe as well. We know that. And we can now actually do a call and at least be in Tempai. Yakulus, admittingly, but...
Long.
Well, he hit it. Must have adjusted it as well, which is the annoying bit. Still, we had a hand that was worth going with, so... And our recovery hand is quite quick. I dare say it is decent. We're going to discard all of the 8 men. Alright, we have Reach Pin Fudora if we draw a free pin. But Lily wants to, you know, stretch it out a little bit. And we don't get it. Well, at least our discards are incredibly regular. Do I want to be in a 1-9 weight? I might actually want to be in a 1-9 weight here.
Riichi です。
Reach on the tile that was just played. Go for it. Why not? What is the worst that's going to happen from this position? We play Sanzo and die. That's okay, not quite.
Kan です。
We didn't get any help, but
かん。
I just don't want to see one of my winners in the indicator tile. Nope, but it's worth more Dora now if it happens. One pin, one man. Not quite.
天杯。
And I killed... Did I kill her as winning? It might have done. No, there aren't enough sixes out there, but you know. Well, I think that was threat established. This is a Honitsu. Pretty much this is Honitsu. Only 2 to go. North that we can call.
ポンです。
Super obvious, but we're going to make it so. East should be a relatively safe tile mid-game. Let's just kill Mono's deal turn as quick as possible. Nobody's going to play any Amanzi terminals to get us there, though.
ポンです。
Mono will, of course. Mono's a pal. Could do with another one, though, if you got it. Not quite. True. I didn't have that much left, admittingly, draw-wise, but... Yeah, any Manzi gets us there, but I've kind of killed any Manzi discards with what I've played thus far. Oh, I said that. 8 passes. Alright, this is an interesting one here because I'm waiting on both the tiles I'm revealing. Nobody does this when you're on a next kind of wait. So there is no way I want to 1-9, clearly. But if I can actually upgrade this to Toy Toy, I might do that. We'll see.
Well,
Lily thinks about it, goes for it. There've also got to be so few sequences that work between this now, with the information given. This is risking things, though. Unfortunate, but if we don't draw them, we can't be winning on them. Well, that'll be why we're not drawing that. Another 5-man. And there's the Honitsu, finally. Honitsu Nomi 2000. Alright, dealer turn. South round. One door in the opener. Start of a 9. So, 1600 to go up. Ellie is 10,000 down. Urza could be dead if he deals in. Well, that's what well, I mean, to be fair, I could have been on Toto as well. Yep, waiting on the tiles that are already called. So I think we are just going to go for a Tanya with this, I think, unless something changes. I mean, 25 isn't the worst for us here, I guess. South's kind of isolated, and we've left it a bit late to discard at this point. West does very little. Now we'll follow up with South then. So if we draw, it doesn't help us massively, but we need to draw 4, just get ourselves there, and then we can work out what we're doing this way around. Oh, that might be a Toy Toy up top then. So, defense against Toy Toy is discard what you see. And we did see a free, so actually it's not the worst move in the world for us to go for this at the moment.
Riichi!
Now, we're waiting on the free man now, so not expecting this to come off, but you never know sometimes. Sometimes the game has a sense of humor about things. Yeah, I'll take that. Simple's 1 from Urza is fine. We don't lose that much ground to mono. South 2 then. Gonna skip the first one. We will call the second one, but we want to obviously try and confirm where we're going, and where we're going is probably Honitsu here. Or Chitoy. Or Toy Toy. Yeah, Toy Toy now, I think. Toy Toy Honitsu. 1 Yakuhai, who we hope. In this case, whether we will get east or green or 9 at this point. Second 6 pin. There's a pause on this one, so Lily could be interested in it. Is. Dora. That passes.
Riichi. G です。
West is live and is also Mono's tile.
Riichi です。Long.
Well, the big hand is here, Mangan. So Urza's running out of points, and I need a hand now. See, anything other than take second here. This is not the best of starts. Especially with South being the indicator at the moment. What do I want to do here? 2 mana for at least the first discard, and then we'll see. I'm really not thinking Tokushi shenanigans here, but I genuinely don't know what we do with this hand. At the moment, I think Honitsu is our best bet, but we have 2 hands potentially to knock Mono out, and it might be easier in the second depending on how this goes. So, I mean, Mono could still deal into somebody here. Not impossible in the slightest. Pair of whites then. So we might be leaning back into the Honitsu plan then, or maybe a possible Itzy. Who knows? Made a correct call. There's only one south left, which is a problem, but
ポンです。
no, we got it, so it's all good for the moment. So south white Tonitsu.
Riichi.
Red passes, so we're not too worried about anything else for the moment.
Long.
Oh, that was game. I was dealing in with that one. It was a, other side of the things, 2-5. Oh, G. Second of another small positive score. So technically I have climbed this mountain a little bit. A little bit. 7.8. I've nearly earned enough points for a win today. I mean, if we continue a chain of all seconds, that's clearly good enough. Alright, what are we feeling? One more, or shall we call that a stream? He does that a lot. It's part of his plan. Okay, so currently we have Demo, who was queued up from earlier, Mono, Lily, and myself for the final game of the night. So that is, I guess, what we will do. random seat, and start. Yeah, no worries. As I say, I was kind of done as well. I've just been encouraged to play another game, which always goes badly. Playing one game more than I want to. But let's see. Who knows? I mean, I had a good jam flow in the first game. I had acceptable jam flow in the second. Clearly, I've got no jam here, so we'll actually see if I have any skill to work on. Oh boy. That is a thing. 6, 7, 8. Start with Riichi. Help Mono out on his purging of a suit. I genuinely have nothing with this, so we're going to continue with this really silly plan of forcing a 7-star, 8-star Kokushu. East, north, 9 pin. So 1 east played, no north played, 2 9 pins played. Second green dragon. First north. We are running out of easts. Ishan 10. East and north required. 1 east remains. One east remains. Reach. Come on, this would be a great time to pull this off. Come on, draw that last east. Come on, east, north. One time, please game. Please game. We're going to, if we get it, but now that's 2 norths played. There's 1 north remaining, 1 east remaining. It's not dead. Oh, darn it, Mono! God darn it, Mono. You'd ruin all our fun, would you? He couldn't even have just kept it in his hand to give me the chance or it, because I would have dealt in. If Mono hadn't have played that north, I would have dealt in because I'd have been obliged to continue going for the silly Yakuman chance. Oh well, it's our dealer turn now, so let's see if we can get a different Yakuman of some kind. Or, you know, go for a hand that isn't a Yakuman. That would be fun too. I'd almost enjoy it, I think. Yeah, so we got hard force on the chanter here, but we already have a set of reds. I think we can work with this. And you know what? I'm going to continue. I'll continue bluffing Kokushi for the entirety of this third game. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen from this chain of events? Only that we actually get it. We can always cut a red if we need to for a pair here, so this isn't the worst for us to do this kind of thing, but...
G です。
Well, one to go. Hated Sanzo. Not quite today. I mean, to be fair, this is only a 2,000 point hand, so they might be fine with it. Who knows? Yeah, that's probably an error, but we'll go with it anyway. Actually, that was definitely an error, but you know, we like carning. Almost makes us feel alive.
缶です。
3 left of the 1, so... Didn't get any help, unfortunately, but, you know. Question is, will we instantly deal with somebody playing this silly hand? The answer's looking probable. Chunchanter. And 39 is dealer. We take the lead. Okay, let's start with Self. So we're kind of leaning on the green dragon a little bit here, but I think this is probably fine. We can always cut it for Tanya if the need arises. And if we are able to pair more things up, Toy Toy is a backup plan we could potentially go for. We'll see though. Doesn't make a difference here. 2 frees. 1-2 versus 2-4. 2-4 is technically the better weight, or the better thing in terms of improvements, chances, and options. But we got ourselves a dragon, so we only need the 1 more now. So 4-7, free pin. Damila is going to play us a 4-7, and she probably isn't going to give us a free pin either, so this is just a case of whether we can draw it now. Probably could have played the 6 there rather than doing some shenanigans, but you know. Well, we'll can later, especially if we get the free pin.
缶です。
パン
Can I telegraph what I need? Rated Sun pin. Nope. But hey, we know we can play this against it if we need to. Well, we're staying in tempo on our silly weight. Against a Eastadora 6. Alright, last discard. It's a safe one though. Haite Sunpin? Oh, I was about to say that'd be a horrible deal in. Well, she hasn't seen it, so it's just a case of getting there. Okay, so good news is there was head bump shenanigans going on. Look, had to be done. I had to card in that position. I didn't. There was no reason for me to card in that position. But, you know, I felt I had to, and therefore I did. And therefore I immediately regretted everything. Not least of all, just playing that immediately afterwards. Oh boy. Anyway, let's see if we can actually, you know, play a more sensible hand for once. Let's play that for the moment. Yeah, just casually giving away a Hanneman or Byman shot. Who knows? Two say tiles then. Sanchki possibilities. I think the more critical point is I gave Demo Yaku and or a 6 and he wasn't able to finish the job. I mean, I can only do so much to help him.
Punk.
Well, we're not getting very much help from the wall at the moment. More than iffy, if we're being brutally honest about that. But yeah. Alright, we're going to have to cut double north here because I feel the time has come that we're not going to get We're not going to get this finished, I don't think. Drawn 7 back-to-back terminals. Well, actually, no, we didn't. We discovered those from our hands, but still.
Tom!
No, everybody is called against us now. 6-pin discarded.
Tom!
Toy then from Mono. It makes our 6-7 really bad.
G!
You're not waiting on the fate of Sanzo. Is then we're going to finish a hand quickly
Hello?
enough? And is it going to be a deal in? It is. Symbols for 1,000, and I am perfectly okay with staying on or just above the 30k threshold at the moment. East 3 then. Pretty much Honitsu attempt here. Shame we don't have any backup plans, but also Lily immediately getting rid of middle Sozu is probably going to help us out a great deal. She's already purging Sozu.
G です。
Okay, triplet of the Wests.
Bump.
So we have more Khan ability that can backfire on us. It's clearly exactly what we want right now. More potential backfiring.
Riichi!
That too.
Riichi.
This is tricky. I'll play white for now.
Long!
And deal in for Mangan, at least. Chitoy. Okay, so Demo takes the lead. This is unacceptable. I need to be above Demo. Otherwise, that mountain just gets bigger. Being said, this is not looking especially like the hand that's going to work for this one. Yeah, we'll see. Can't do anything with the Hatsu. Hi, Rumi. We've had some odd games today, I'm just going to say. Alright, we have a possibility one again. I'm not going to call that. We have a possibility or a 1 on. Of course, we've got to go for it. 4-so, 6-so, please. 5 fin. That's neither a 4-so or a 6-so. I think the game's trying to lead me down a different path to what I want to do.
Riichi desu.
Fine, we'll do it your way. 4-7 Pinfu, wait. So reach Pinfudora 1. No parts.
Riichi.
Pursuit reach on the 2. Well, we have 8 of ours, so not impossible. We can beat him to this. There we go. That'll count. Thanks for the hand. Hit Uradura as well from that. There we go. Reach Pinfu, Doradora. Mungan. Puts us into the lead. Puts us ahead of demo, importantly, for the mountain that we're climbing. South 1. Also, demo is no longer a dealer. Again, for the mountain we're climbing. Start and east. Also, it's not by the best way I win. May I win? Always. Yeah, I think we're giving Mono his west unless I weirdly decide not to. No, he can have his west now. We're not going to use it. We're probably going to go into Pinfu with whatever we do here. Ooh, what are we going into dragons? Well, a dragon at least. A little awkward since we don't have a backup pair right now, but so it'd be reach only at the moment. Reach only to be dealer is fine, I think, especially if it's on the 1-4. Especially since our 1 was just played, so that might even just mask it a little bit, the fact that that was played immediately before the reach. But hey, we'll find out. So 1-4 for reach Nomi. No buts.
Non desu.
But it's cheap. Fish Nomi 1300 on my restick back. Alright, dealer turn then. Multiple pairs. So we'll hold on to those for the moment. Let's go and I'll play the 1 for the moment. Don't know what we'll do with this. It's only got 3. So pairs might not be the best way to go about it. I do have to ask for this Alpha Ribatsu. This is true. I mean, how can it be expected to come along if I've not asked for it? Well, normally I get the right number, but the wrong tile. Okay. I'm now thinking fares a bit more seriously here, but we could Toto this because obviously we've got Easter's backup. Well, Cheeto, we don't want to be on a red dragon. There's one already played, so we're now Ishanten for pet. Oh, I've seen something else we could potentially go for. Oh, if I get the chance. If I get the chance. Oh, of course, I missed the Apatsu by going the wrong way around, but hey. Alright, come on. 7-so, please. Give me a 7-so. Masking this time. Oh. Strictly speaking, 1's better than 3 right now, so we'll go that way around. I'll tell you what, it's going to be very difficult for me not to call a 4 right now. But it's not going to, I'm not going to do it. Yeah, we're not going to get it. We can't. We just can't. We'll stay for what we're working on. See if we get there. Play the 8. It's a little awkward now, but we'll see.
Riichi.
Well, time's up. 2 safe tiles, though. Well, 3 safe tiles, really. Stay on target. Yep, we're out. Unfortunate, but he is our closest points rival as well, so... yeah. Gotta say no to that.
脳天
If we'd have gone Dama Chitoy, I'd have been okay with that, but you know. Okay, Dora free for Lily. South also passes with no difficulty, but we do have to worry about a Mungan to our left then. And how to avoid dealing into it, ultimately. She has no interest in Sozu tiles, and we are kind of getting towards something here.
ち ち
Yep, so that's suggesting it is Chanter. Otherwise, I don't really have a way of going around it. Especially. Except going maybe for pairs, I guess. Actually, pairs seems to be working. We'll go with that way around. This may end up being a rapid pairs rebuild. Shame I got rid of that earlier, but hey. Also, not the 9 so she's waiting on, so it's probably then got to be a 9 pin, hasn't it? What else is left? 1 man potentially. Well, the one was played fairly recently. Well, we're nearly there. I mean, it could be a 1-2-3. That could be the trap here. Oh, could be a dragon as well, actually. Ooh, yeah. Dragon is a thing. So 2-2-2. 3 of those gone. Not enough to confirm yet, but... We're staying Dharma here. On the tile that she probably doesn't need. In fact, she definitely doesn't need it. She played the 8 very early.
Riichi.
Well, I'm happy to say Dharma right this second. Play an 8-man, wait on the 8 pin, see what happens.
Riichi です。
Go on him.
ラン
Have a reach stick, Lily.
シュンシャンタドラさん
Ultimately, this is why I didn't want to reach originally, I guess, but apparently I decided this is I was going to probably go into a mono or take the maximum benefit from my risky move if it paid off. But of course, that also opens me up to additional risk. I should have just stayed Dharma. I do that a lot. I just assume I might as well go for the maximum benefit and then just ignore risks from other players, which I could have avoided if I hadn't done that. Yeah, that was a Dharma stay, honestly. East End. So final round is just now whether or not Demo wins. Because if Demo wins, he overtakes me. If he doesn't, then I will claw some points back. Question is, can I do anything in this position with this hand? Maybe. No, half step closer.
ポン
Lily winning is not the worst for us. Lily winning is quite good for us, actually.
パン
It's the worst. Also means that I twice can't win on the impossible hand, of course. All right, this is definitely being forceful here. We're gonna start forcing Tanyo. We'll see if we can steal 1,000 points.
チーです。
At least ask the question at this stage, I guess. Also, potentially a 2-3-4 Sanchikyu, which would be quite nice.
チーです。
2-3-4 Sanchikyu. 7's also safe. Thank you, demo. Senpai achieved. 4-7.
つも
And he'll steal the win. Fair enough. Not much I could do about that, really. It was as fast as I got to Senpai, unfortunately. Alas, the mountain gets bigger.
1位ですか
Alright, well, thanks for joining us. That'll be the end of the stream. I will catch you all next week for more stuff, things, and stuff. And we'll see. Maybe this week, maybe I'll actually get some time to do some midweek ladder climb as well. We'll see. It's fair. He needed any win. He got that just as I hit Senpai. My hand was not quick enough to really compete with that, but, you know, gotta do what you gotta do in those positions. Alright, GG. Catch you all later. Until then.